Hi, this video is to help you navigate through your MyLabs Plus course. This should be the screen you see when you log into your class. The instructor name is up here and your section number is right here. The initial page is announcements, and the announcements is information that your instructor thinks is important for you to know. So please be sure to read the announcements. If you have questions, ask your instructor. This is also called the dashboard, is the announcement page. Another important tab is called doc sharing up here. This is the only button I think we use on this upper toolbar. Doc sharing has all the documents you need for the class. It has the syllabus, course policies, PACE for fall, hours for the Math Success Center for math testing, how to log in and out, different documents. That's a good idea for you to kind of go through these and look through them and read through them so that you know how to navigate through the course. This gives you good information. You'll want to read through, especially your course policies. There's actually an assignment on that, so you want to be sure that you look through there. Over here in the blue tabs is the guided notebook printable tab, which is an important one. Notebook is very important for this class because you have to keep a notebook and have it graded before you're allowed to take any test. So this is where you will print your notebook. For example, let's say you are in, and you can see here's the different milestones. You may be in milestone 3, which is Intermediate Algebra 1, and maybe you're in Module 14, maybe 14.1. If that's where you are, you would click on this link to bring up the notebook, and you just push print, and you can print the pages. This is what you will fill out as you're watching the video and reading through the e-textbook so that you know the information before you do your homework and progress checks. For each module, you'll need to do the notebook and keep these in a binder or somewhere you can keep them together. Also, if you notice back here, at the end of each milestone, there's a yellow box that shows the prerequisites you've met. For example, once you finish milestone 3, you've met the prerequisites. You can enroll for any of these classes. So that's the guided notebook tab. Down here, this is the textbook. There's no hard copy text for this class. It's all online. So if you want to access this, maybe you're in Module 7. So you would click on that, and you see once you click on it, it gives each section. So maybe I want section 7.1. And you'll see it gives you the e-text. Click on the link. And this is the textbook for 7.1. You can turn the pages like this. And you'll notice as you're reading through and looking through, there are these videos that are embedded in the text. If you click on those, there you have videos that explain the textbook. So there's many interactive videos and examples. Be sure there is homework within this e-text, but this is not, this would just be practice problems. Your homework is going to be in another tab, which is in assignments. So if we look at assignments, click on there. And this lists all the assignments of the class. And you might want to click on, well, this is view all on one page. And you can see all the assignments. If you're new, you may be starting in Module 1, or Module 7, or Module 13, or Module 17. You'll want to check with your instructor to be sure you start at the right place. The green flags will be an indicator. A green flag means you have to meet some prerequisite before you can open that one up. So generally, when you go to assignments, you're going to go to where there's no green flag, and that's where you need to start. If you're a new student, your instructor will tell you where to start. If you're continuing, your previous coursework should show up here, and you'll just continue from wherever you left off last semester. Everyone, though, has to do this first course policy assignment before you can open anything. And so you'll read the course policies. Remember, that was in DocShare, and then you'll come down to this assignment, and there are 18 questions that you'll need to answer, and you have to get 100% on this before you can move on. So this is the course policy assignment for everybody. Even if you've done it in a previous semester, you'll need to do that again. Let's go back. You'll notice the only time limits are for tests. For example, pretest module 1, it has a time limit. And also it tells how many attempts you've made and how many you have. For instance, a pretest you can only take one time. A progress check, which is like a quiz, you have 4 attempts. So here's, this says I've tried 1 of 4. So let's look at a homework assignment. Let's look at homework 1.2. What does it look like? Here it lists all the questions. Now here, let's look at question number 1. It asks the question, and it gives, this one is a multiple choice, but if you notice over here, there are help tabs that will help me. Maybe I forgot the place value, and I might want to go to view an example, and they will do a different problem and kind of walk you through how do you do that problem. And then you will feel confident in choosing an answer. And when you push check, it will tell you, has a pop-up box to tell you you did it correctly. Now, what if you get one wrong? So let's say we try this problem. You'll get a box that says, sorry, that's not correct. So try it again. Nope. And now notice I have a red X. But I can redo that problem because now I have a tab called Similar Exercise that gives me another option on that one. So I can try the problem again. And again, I have the help keys to help me over here. Let's look at a progress check and see what that looks like. A progress check, remember, that is like a quiz. So here's a progress check. Now this looks different. It says, are you ready to start? And then you click yes. And so this is more like a quiz, but notice there are no help aids. So the computer will not grade your answer until you click submit. So if you close this progress check with this X, it will save what you have and you can return to it. But you don't have a chance to change your answers if you get them incorrect. You can ask for help if you're in the Math Success Center and you're puzzled by one of the questions, you can ask, but you're encouraged to work on your own because this is more like a quiz to see if you've mastered the material. You have 4 attempts for a progress check. If you don't pass it within that time, and you need an 80% to pass a progress check, an instructor can go over this, or a facilitator can review it with you and give you more attempts. Let's go ahead and just submit this quiz, even though I'm not completed, but that's okay. All right. And now let's look at another tab called Review My Assignments. If you click on here, this is where you can review in the past 2 weeks. These are the things that I have done. And you can also see how much time you've spent on those. You see I didn't spend much time on those, and what date I worked on them. Now let's say I want to review this progress check that I just took. If you click Review, and let's say I go to problem number 1. Remember, I purposely missed that one. But look what happens. If you place your cursor on the box, it shows you the answer that you entered. And I didn't enter an answer at all. So you can review this with a facilitator or instructor to help you see this is the correct answer in the blue box, but I didn't answer that. So they can help me. And maybe my answer was just a little bit off, and they can show me what it is I'm doing wrong. Also, I have the help keys back when I'm in review mode, and I can look at a similar problem and see, oh, that's what I did. Okay. You'll also want to notice this number in the upper right-hand corner, and you might want to write these down. This is the problem number that corresponds to the textbook. If you write these down, you can find them in this tab called Improve My Test Scores to give me extra problems to practice that are similar. For a test, you cannot review a test on your own. You have to have a facility. Now, this is a progress check. This you can review on your own, but a pre-test or post-test, you have to have a facilitator or instructor to help you. So I'm going to remember this number here, 1.2.45. So let's go to Improve My Test Scores and find a similar problem. Here, and it corresponds with chapter. So my first number was number 1.2, and then problem 45. And this is the similar problem that I just did. Now notice I have the help keys, so I can, and these problems are just for your practice. They don't count as part of your coursework, but it's nice to have problems that you can practice because this is math, and it's always good to be able to practice until you've mastered the concept. Once they're correct, you get a green check, and that means that you've got that answer correct. So this Improve My Test Score is great for extra practice of problems. You want to keep in mind that all tests have to be taken on campus at Heartland in the Math Success Center. If it's not open, you can take a test in the ASC testing, which is over in the SCB building. To take a test, you must have a photo ID, and you'll take it in the testing center. They will keep your scrap paper there. If you do not, you'll get 2 attempts on a test. If you do not pass it, you can go into the Math Success Center and have a facilitator or an instructor review the test for you, and then they will give you more attempts on the test. So you can keep taking a test. For example, once I'm ready for the Module 1, once I've done all of this work, I've had my notebook graded, I've recorded all my homework and progress checks, I've got those all graded in my notebook, have a facilitator look at it and grade it, which you have to come in to do that. Then you're ready for the test. Notice it's 1 hour for most module tests. I have 2 attempts on it. If I don't pass it after 2 attempts, I can have a facilitator review it with me, and they'll give me additional attempts. So that's just a very basic overview of how the course works. If you have questions, always feel free to email your instructor. Your instructor will email you. So you can go to email your instructor. Your instructor will email you at least once a week to let you know how you're doing, to keep in touch with you. Please check your Heartland email frequently, 3 to 5 times a week, so that if there's pertinent information that you need to know, you will see that. If you need help with any of these, please email your instructor for help. Feel free to come into the Math Success Center. All of our facilitators and instructors will be very happy to answer questions and give you help. So good luck. Hope you have a great semester. Goodbye.